Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here from May 26th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what kicked off the new week. First up, we got our August live cattle on the board. We did see another balanced day here in the live cattle market today. Prices just hanging steady here right around Friday's range. We did see a brief rally attempt off that opening range today. Prices pushing higher, briefly rallying above that bull pivot before finding a high of the day at 242.15. However, those bulls just weren't able to keep that traction going there as they eventually gave that opening range up, settling back down here into the 230s into the close. Today's closing price at 239.30 here shows this market basically unchanged from Friday's session. Bulls continue to defend this line here between 237 and 240. As long as they can continue to find support in this area, they have a decent chance to get this rally back underway. Just need to get some bids above Friday's high and today's high at 241 to 242. In the event of that, we should see this market start to push back here into the 240s. Nice strong close back above that 50-day moving average should have us marking back up here towards the top end of this range. This market has been pretty sticky here between 240 and 250. Wouldn't be surprised to see some more choppy action here in the near term. But as long as these bulls can defend that 237 line, they have a pretty decent chance to get a rally back underway. If we do get any sort of offers down here below last week's low, look for a pretty quick markdown here into this prior demand zone between 230 and 232. In the event of that, we should see a little bit of volatility stick around, more selling pressure here, but we continue to see these bulls defend this line, and we want to see that action continue here throughout the remainder of the week. Look for this market to continue to watch this 237 line. As long as we can continue to find support here, the bulls should try and get another rally underway. Next up, we got our August feeders on the board. Today was a pretty quiet day here for this feeder market compared to last week's action. Prices just hanging steady inside of Friday's range. We did see a brief rally attempt here as well, as we did push up there above 353 briefly. However, this market just wasn't able to sustain that upside momentum early. Price then flushing back down there below 350 before finishing the day at 49.37. This market has continued to hang out down here inside of Friday's range. We are trading below that bear pivot, so I encourage everyone to continue to be patient here and watch this thing continue to balance out. We want to see this market continue to stabilize and some of these ranges tighten up before we really commit to any more upside moves. These bulls need to get a rally back here above Friday's high, close that gap, and we could see from there a little rally back up into the 360s, but it's not going to be an easy climb out of here. Continue to be defensive here, wait for this market to stabilize, balance out. We want to see a little cleaner action here and some better basis to trade around before we commit to any long-term positions in this feeder market. We should see this volatility continue to digest here in the next couple days. We want to see these bulls try and push back up here into the 350s, but in the near term, watch this thing, steer clear of it, and continue to wait for better days to trade. Next up, we got our July corn futures on the board. This market is hanging out right around 460 today, pushing down into the bottom end of this range. As we have seen here in the last couple months, this market has just been pretty sticky here between 450 and 485. We expect to see this action continue. While we're trading in the bottom quarter of this range, look for these bulls to try and gather some support here and push this thing back up here through the top end. We'll just have to wait and see how this action unfolds. Any sort of breakdown below 450 could get this market pushing back down into the low fours, but we aren't really expecting any major directional moves. Look for this corn market to continue chopping up here in the near term. Same story here for this crude oil market. We did see a brief push lower here over the weekend and the Monday open. Today's action was just a little bit of upside here as we did push back off of that downside we saw over the weekend. This market just finding some support down here near $90. We continue to see these range-bound conditions stick around. Nice little pushback, nice long wick there, showing that these bulls are going to try and rally this thing back up towards $100. Not really expecting any sort of sustained up moves. We continue to see lower highs here, so wouldn't be surprised to see this thing continue to bleed down here into the 90s. But we just continue to see good pushback off these range lows. Expect to see this choppy action continue here in this crude oil market as well. Next up, equity indexes, kind of seeing some divergence here today. The S&P was kind of choppy here, just kind of hanging steady, not really able to make up its mind, kind of a back and forth action today. Nice back and forth action today, while the other indexes were kind of choosing sides. Nasdaq made a nice strong push into some new all-time highs, closing back there above 30,000 for the first time. This market is continuing to show relentless strength in that tech sector, really driving this market higher. However, the Dow is where the weakness was today. We did see a push up into some new all-time highs, but a weak finish saw this market weighing heavy on the S&P today. The Nasdaq and the Dow both go in different directions, keeping the S&P stuck here in the mud. This uptrend still remains intact, still remains a very good environment right now for these equity markets. Continue to put money to work, look for deals out there, and we should see more upside continue here. We should see that Dow continue to correct course, head back up towards these all-time highs, just a little bit of near-term selling pressure. but we should see the upside continue here across this stock market. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here tonight. Catch you guys tomorrow.